In this video, we'll see how you can get an official Microsoft accreditation for your first steps in Microsoft Azure. Hello, I'm Philip Burton of idodata.com. Microsoft Applied Skills allow you to sit an assessment. So this is a free assessment from your office or home. You don't have to go to an external exam center. It is available on your schedule. So you will log into a virtual machine which will give you a series of tasks to do in Microsoft Azure using their credentials. So let's have a look at the Microsoft Applied Skills. Now, at the time of recording, there were 43 applied skills, though some of them have been retired. So if I scroll down, you can see that the vast majority, 38 of them, are at the intermediate level. But what if you're just starting out? Well, there are 4 applied skills at the beginner level, and in this video, we're going to have a look at the Get Started with Azure Management tasks. So in this assessment, what you'll be doing is looking at subscription, network services, virtual machines, and storage tasks. So how can you learn all this information? Well, you can do a Microsoft Learning Path. So this is a series of 18 pages or so, which describe different aspects of the Microsoft Azure Management tasks and include a guided project, so that will ask you to do certain tasks. Now let's have a look at some more detail about all of these tasks. So if I scroll down and click on the study guide for this applied skill, you can see that we can manage and view Azure settings, add locks and tags to resources, and view subscription level settings. For networks, you will be viewing subnets and related resources, gathering virtual network information, and viewing and assigning network security groups. For virtual machines, you will be configuring basic settings, attaching a new disk, changing the size of the VM, so the specification, configuring the virtual network interface, finding information about existing virtual machines, and stopping and starting a VM, a virtual machine. And for basic storage tasks, you'll be managing access keys, getting connection information, creating SAS or shared access signatures, and for Azure Files, you'll be configuring settings and uploading a file, and for Blob Storage Container, Blob standing for Binary Large Object, you'll be creating a container and uploading a file to it. So how can you learn all of this information? Well, as I said, there is a Microsoft Learning Path, and I believe that the modules in this learning path have been specially written for this particular Microsoft Applied Skill credential. However, you might want a bit more of a visual guide, as logging into Microsoft Azure for the first time can be a bit confusing. Where do you find all of this information? How do you find where to create a virtual machine? So, if you are starting from absolute beginner, then please look at our course, Microsoft Applied Skills Get Started with Azure Management Tasks, and you see that in the Azure menu. So this is for you if you want to understand the Azure interface and to manage some Azure tasks. This is also for you if you are a beginner in Microsoft Azure who wants guided hands-on practice with core management tasks. So in our 1 hour 40-minute course, we'll start by creating an Azure account. You might be able to get up to $200 of free credit. We'll then create a virtual machine and have a look at the virtual machine tasks. Then we'll have a look at basic network services tasks. We'll configure the virtual network interface of this virtual machine and have a look at subnets and related resources. We'll have a look at virtual networks to find things about them. And we'll also view and assign a network security group. Then we'll have a look at storage tasks. We'll have a look at access keys, getting connection information, and creating shared access signatures or SAS. We'll also have a look at file shares and blob storage containers and upload a file to both of those. And then finally, we'll have a look at general Azure level settings and subscription level settings, and we'll add locks and tags. There are 4 practice activities throughout this course, so you can be sure that you are learning. By the end, you should be confident in Azure Management tasks and be ready to take the free Microsoft Applied Skills assessment. That credential would look great on your CV or resume? Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a like. And why not subscribe and click that bell? That way you'll be notified of any new videos. If you'd like some more information about Microsoft Applied Skills, for example, their intermediate-based skills, then please click on a video or a playlist on the end screen. I'm Philip Burton of idodata.com. Thanks for watching and keep learning.